was like a younger sister to me. First off, I just wanted to thank everyone for coming. I thank all the people that are in attendance, and thank everyone that's watching through the live stream. I also wanted to thank all of our family, friends, and loved ones who showed us so much support through this extremely difficult and arduous time. So I knew that I would have to speak when this day eventually came, but I honestly never thought about what I would say. I think I never believed this day would actually come, like deep down. And now I don't know what to say. I want to describe who Bharti was to her family, friends, and loved ones, so that the rest of you can all kind of understand who she was as a person, and hopefully preserve her memory like in your hearts. But I don't know what to say. They say there are about 200,000 words in the English language, and I don't think any of those 200,000 words comes close. They all feel hollow compared to the purity of Bharti's soul. The most eloquent prose you could write over the course of weeks doesn't come close to capturing the essence of who Bharti was. Bharti was kind, caring, and compassionate. Bharti was selfless. But I think Bharti's mom actually said it best. Bharti is love. She said it beautifully and very succinctly. Bharti is love. I want to share a short story about Bharti and our family. Me, Bharti, and the rest of us, cousins, and then her siblings, so we were all at this amusement park called Akima Boardwalk. It's pretty close to here. And like we were having a lot of fun, right? Going on all the rides. I remember Bharti especially was really like enjoying herself. She was having a great time. Like we were kids, so we got the all-day passes, right? I had to like ride everything over and over. We eventually rode this ride, like a spinning one, that made me super dizzy. And as we stepped off the ride, I was extremely nauseous and sick, and Bharti was like immediately there to comfort me and be there for me. She was asking if I was okay, if I was fine, if like things were all right, like if I needed water. And I kind of told her to like go ahead and just like enjoy the rest of her day there and like don't worry about me. But instead of doing that, she chose to cut off her own enjoyment and stay next to me on the bench for the remainder of that day, constantly asking like what I needed, like how she could help me feel better. And honestly, I was kind of standoffish with her. Like I thought her questions were like repetitive, and I like really regret that. But I think the fact that she chose to stay there with someone who was honestly being somewhat rude to her, instead of going off and enjoying herself with the rest of her family, shows Bharti's character and shows that Bharti is love. I also want to take this time to say sorry To Bharti, Bharti was always there for me when I needed her, and I'm so, so sorry that I couldn't be there for her when she needed me. And honestly, I don't even know why I'm apologizing, because I know she would forgive me in a heartbeat. Because Bharti is love. And I know I'm using the word is, but we can't say Bharti was love. Bharti is love because she continues to live on, loving us in all of her hearts, in everyone's hearts. As she's loving all of us right now. I'm sorry, Bharti, and I love you.
For those of you who don't know, I'm Bharti's cousin. I'm actually older than her by 2 years, but she always was the mature one. She was the one taking care of all of us, and like I would see how she would take care of her sister, especially Ria. Every single time Ria was kind of, like she didn't know what to do, she would just automatically turn to Bharti. That happened almost every single time. And it makes me really sad that like the other day when Bharti was still, in the hospital, it was something really silly. We were getting, Subway, and Ria didn't know what to put in her sandwich, and she kept on looking around, and she finally looked at me, and I was like, that's what Bharti used to do for her. But I just want to talk about Bharti. She was what Mohit said. She was so pure. She was just such a kind soul. We would always make fun of her because we would be like, Bharti, you're such a mom. Like you're such a mom, and she never took it to she would always take care of us. And every single time I needed something or I needed to get in contact with with Namrata or Ria. Namrata would never pick up my phone. She never does. I don't think she picks up anyone's phone, but I stopped calling Namrata first, and I went straight to Bharti, and Bharti would always pick up on the first, as soon as, just hear her little voice, and she's like, what? And then I just like bother her about something going on, and she was, when COVID happened, we couldn't go hang out with friends or anything like that. So we would kind of just hang out with family. And we would always play card games. Bharti and Ria would always form a team, and they would play together. And they would always be the first ones to lose too. And we had this thing in our family that if the first one who loses would have to pay for the next party, but my mom would, she would say no, I'll pay for the next one, even though it was always Bharti and Ria that lost. I just, I think back to all the memories that I had with her, and all I want to do is just go back in time and, tell her, hey, just don't go, just don't go to that. Just don't go. Just don't. But, I can't. But I remember the last time that I saw her in person. She was in San Antonio. She was visiting me, and I was kind of busy too because I had exams coming up. and I hadn't studied for them, and she had visited me, and I was like, she was saying bye to me, well, and she was getting in the car, and she said, good luck on your exams, and I was just like, just go, I need to study. I just wish I said so many things to her before she left. So I want to ask everyone here is just that, like, don't take anything for granted, especially, those small moments that you have that you don't think that they're, it's just a small moment. No one's like, it's all right. I'm going to see her, I'm going to see her the next day, or I'm going to see her in an hour or something like that. She's just going to go get coffee, or she's just going, I'll come visit her next week or next month. Don't brush those moments off, It's treasure each one of them, because you genuinely don't know, Just one day you wake up and then it's just over. But for Bharti, I just want to tell her that, she held a very big part of, my heart. And right now I just feel some just emptiness right here. And I know over time, it's going to, we're going to all heal, but I just want her to know that, like, I won't ever forget, all those memories I had of her. Those are what I'm going to treasure the most, and I love you. So thank you. Thank you for everyone that had came over for her. So.
So I wrote ahead of time because I think I would blank here. Hi, my name is Mamta, and Bharti's my cousin as well. She's 3.5 years older than me. Bharti's only my cousin by title. She was more of a big sister. Growing up, we lived under the same roof at one point, for 3 years. And then we moved away from each other, but we were always at each other's house. I spent probably 5 days a week, 3 hours with her after school playing games. She would tell us stories sometimes while we were laying in bed, or she would make a little haunted house out of her home, dressing up as an old man, trying to scare the living daylights out of us, or making a roller coaster out of a spinny chair, just pushing us around the house because we couldn't always go to Kima, like Mohit said. She was so creative in making games and having fun and being there. Her smile was so infectious. It lit up the room. Bharti and I were always around each other, but I think we really found our bond while I started high school and she started freshman year of college. We both had some bizarre coincidence of changing what we wanted our major to be at the same time without ever discussing it with each other. We went from biomedical engineering as a thought to chemical engineering, all the way to comp sci. And once we landed on comp sci, I remember her just calling me up and be like, do you know how to code this? Can you come over? And we would spend 5 hours one day just laying in bed, yelling at the code at the computer. I would tease her for not knowing any shortcuts on the computer. She learned. We just talked through our assignments, and it was always so calming to be around. It felt like no time had passed, even though it was way too many hours on one assignment. Come college, Bharti and I somehow managed to get closer. I didn't feel at place at college. It was very, very lonely, and she was my only home for a bit. I would wait every Tuesday for her to come. She would wake me up. I would not wake up for class until she called me Tuesday morning that she was on campus. And we would always get dinner together that night, or get some coffee at least, or do homework together. She would just listen to me scream while I did my work in her hotel room that she probably was trying to focus in, but she just let me scream my heart out at my work. And I can't imagine going to college without her now. I miss my hugs from the world's best hugger. They were so warm, comforting, keeping me away from the world. I'm gonna miss our homework sessions. I'm gonna miss having her hear her obsess over coffee. And I'm so sorry I blew you off last week. Bharti was the greatest cousin and sister someone can have in their life. She was always readily there to support me, no matter the time. And I miss you so much.